Welcome back to our Flutter Chat app tutorial series. In this episode, we are taking a huge step forward by enabling real-time messaging in our chat application. We will be integrating Firestore, part of Firebase, and the Cloud Firestore package into our project. Additionally, we will ensure that user details are saved in the Firestore at the time of registration. Let's dive into the code and explore the changes we are making. So yeah, when I was running my project, I have got this multi-dex error. So if you will face this kind of error, so it's simple. Just you need to go to your Android folder directory, and yeah, in the help directory and the source, and in the main and the Android manifest, and in the default config method. Just make the multi-text to true, so your error will be solved. So where is that basically? So yeah, we need to go to build a gradle. Yeah, let's just make the multi-text enabled to true, then it will solve this multi-text support error. So yeah, I will be just uh, running it again. So let's just see if our error is solved or not. So while it is running, so I'll be just going back and uh, creating the enabling the cloud firestore. So we will be needing the cloud firestore for storing the user's data while user creates a new account or sign in into the account. So for that we need to enable the cloud firestore. So I'll be just going to my project which we have just created in the initial of our this series. So if you have not watched the previous videos lectures, so just go ahead and watch them. So we have just integrated Firebase into our chat application, and also integrated some kind of authentications with email and password. And now in this episode we will be just integrating the cloud firestore into our Flutter chat application project. So for that we will be just creating the create database here, and we need to just select the location. So you can select your location. I'll be just selecting the United States as it is. I'll be clicking on the next, and yeah, I'll be just clicking on enable here. So yeah, our cloud firestore has been enabled, so we need to change the rules also to write into our this cloud firestore. So just go to the rules tab here and make allow read write to true, so we can be able to write something here. T-R-U, yeah, write a true and just publish it. And yeah, you are done with that. So now you can write into your uh, this database, which is basically a no SQL database. So great, as you see that our multi-text enabled error is also solved, and we have just redirected to our home page. So as we have enabled our file store, and we need to also install the package here, so which will be the cloud file store. So I'll be just writing the command which will be the flutter pub head cloud file store, and I'll be just entering this. So it will just process something and will install our package. So to make sure that our package has been successfully installed or not, so we will just go to pubspec.yaml file there and see our package is installed or not. So yeah, it is the Cloud Firestore is installed. So yeah, now we will be just moving towards the host services. In the create a new user method, we will while we are creating a new user, so we need to store the user's record into our file storage also. So for that, I'll be just firstly creating the instance of my Firestore. So here we have just created the Firebase instance. So now I'll be just creating the instance of my Firestore, which will be final Firestore Firebase Firestore, and Firestore is equal to Firebase Firestore dot instance. And here you go, we have just created the Firestore uh, instance. So by using this instance, now I will be just saving the user details. Store the users in users collection. So basically I'll be just calling this, which will be the collection. I'll be just naming the collection to users, and I'll be just also setting the uh, document name for this, which will be document. And I want the document name should be the user's ID, the specific user's ID, whatever user ID will be the user will be getting. So the document name should be same as it uh, to the user ID. So yeah, we will be just using the credential, user credential, user credential dot user dot uid, and we also store the data into our uh, this document. So we will be just clicking dot and set, and here you go, we will be just adding the data. And here we will be just using the curly braces, and here you go. Now I want to store the user ID and the user email. So for that I will be just using the user ID, and user ID we will be getting from user credentials dot user dot uid. Great. Now I'll be just storing the email also, which we will be getting from the email simply. And yeah, we are done. Great. We have just uh, created the document. While we uh, create a new user, these records, user ID and the email of the users will be stored into our Firebase Firestore. So yeah, now this is also a good practice to check if the user uh, details are already stored in Firestore. If the user details are not stored in the Firestore, so while sign inning into our application, so just store the user details into Firestore. So basically, this is sometimes we create manually users from the Firestore directly. So and that user details will not be stored in the Firestore. So for that reason, we need to also ensure that the data of the users are available or not. So for that, store users data in users collection if it does not exist. So basically I'll be pasting this here, and we will also check if user details are already exist. So let's just merge them. So I'll be just using the set option and the merge true. Basically this statement is doing and checking if the user's details are already available in our Firestore. So just merge both of them. This uh, user detail, and if these are not available, so just create them and store them in our Firestore. So basically we are done from here. Now let's just check it and just register Baloch dev2 @gmail.com, and password will be 123 and we will be tackling this kind of error at the end of our application. So we will just do that. So yeah, we have redirected to our home page, and now we will be just checking in our file storage if the user's details are stored or not. So let's just see what kind of error we are getting. So yeah, just first auth restart it. So yeah, let's just go to the register page again. Test1 @gmail.com, 123 and I'll be just clicking on register button again, and we're getting the error again, which is cloud firestore unknown, unable to establish connection on channel. So we're getting this kind of error. So let's just kill our program again and rerun it and see what we are getting and why we are getting this kind of error. Basically user collection dot user credential and set user ID, and that's correct. Firebase collection users dot user credential dot user was set. That's good, I think. So let's just wait, let it be uh, and yeah, now I'll be just refreshing the page again and let's see if it is stored or not. So see, yeah, the data has been stored. So whatever data we were storing here, um, the email and the UID, user ID, so basically these are stored in our file store. So now let's just see these users. There are a bunch of users, so these are not available, or this data, these users informations are not stored in our file store. So I'll be just signing out, and I'll be just signing into my application to check whether in the sign in, the data will be stored in our Firestore or not, which will be gmail.com, and which will be one. And I'll be just clicking on sign in button, and I am signed in basically. And now I'll be just going to Firestore database and just check the second user when I was. So that was balojdev.2@gmail.com, and that user's data are also stored in our Firestore while sign in into our Flutter applications, chat applications. So yeah, that's great. Now what's next? So basically I want to show all the available users in my home page, a list of users in my home page, except the current user which is logged in. That user is logged in currently, that the email of that user should not be shown, and except that user all the users are registered all in our Firestore, that should be shown into our home page. And when I click on that email address, it should redirect to our new page where we can start our chat basically. So let's just go to our home page and just design that page. So yeah, basically here we will be just doing the necessary things. So I'll be just heading the body part, and in the body part I'll be just want a list of my user list. Basically whatever users are available in our Firestore, I want to show them in my home page. So basically I'll be just creating a user list. So I'll be just creating a separate widget for this to make my code clean and much more readable. So I'll be just creating the widget here outside of the um, body part. So let's just create a new widget, show all available users except the currently logged in one. So yeah, I'll be just creating a widget which will be my build widget here. Basically I'll be just checking the necessary things. So here I'll be just returning the stream builder, and in the stream it will take uh, the Firestore instance, so where the users are stored, and we will get it the user details from the Firestore. So we will be just providing the stream has Firestore stream dot instance in the collection. So we will be just using the Firestore dot instance dot collection which was users, and we need the snapshot, basically all the data. Great, we are done. Now on the builder part we will get the and we will check the necessary things. If it is error, show the error. If the state is loading, just show loading on the screen basically. So I'll be just using f snapshot dot has error, then just return const text that error. And in the else if part, if the state is loading, snapshot dot connection state is connection state dot waiting, connection state dot waiting, then just show return hard text and show that it is loading. Return const text, it's loading. And yeah, in the else part we will just return a list view builder, or sorry, not a builder, simple a list view. And in the children part of our list view we will be just getting the data, which will be the snapshot dot data, which will be doc, and the data will be in the form of map basically, which will be the map, and the map will be the widget, type of widget, and here we will be just using doc. And yeah, now I'll be just creating my individual user list item list. So I'll also be creating this in a separate file basically, which will be two list here, list, and yeah, great. Now I'm done. Now here I'll be just creating the build user list to show the users widget list, and here I will be just adding the parameter and taking the document snapshot, which will be the document snapshot, and I'll be just ensuring that my data coming from the file store is type of map basically. So yeah, we will just creating string dynamic map data is equal to document snapshot dot data is map string dynamic. And great, now if our data uh, is good, so we want to show them in our list. So basically what we want to show in our main page, we will be showing simple the email address of the available user. So I'll be just using the returning basically return list style, and in the title I'll be just returning the user email text data and the user email. So yeah, in this part now we will be just, if the user clicks on this email, it should redirect to another page, which will be the chat page. So where the user begins the chat or start the chat or start talking. um, so yeah, now when the user clicks, we will be using the on tab function, and in the on tab function we will be just going to a new page, which will be our chat page, navigator dot push, and in the route I'll be basically providing the material page route, and here in the builder I'll be providing the chat page, which I'll be creating in a second right now. So yeah, now what data we need to send into the chat page. So in the chat page, when user clicks in this email, so in the title part the email of the user should be shown on the top of the app bar. So basically we need to send the receiver email address and the receiver user ID. Receiver user ID, which will be the data and UID, and the receiver email address RECEIVER user email, and that will be data and email. Great. So yeah, now let's just create our, so from here we are getting the header basically. Yeah, let's just return this. Great. Now just let's just create this chat page. So yeah, we will be just clicking on the mm, pages, and I'll be clicking new file, and there I'll be just clicking creating my chat page dot, and it will be high stateful widget, which will be chat page. And yeah, what will be, we will be getting from our home page basically. So it will be final string receiver email address and final string receiver user ID, and I'll be just adding my final fields into it. So great, done. And in the scaffold part, I'll be replacing the placeholder to my scaffold, and in the title of my app bar, and in the title I'll be just giving the user receiver user email, so which will be the widget dot receiver email address. And yeah, now I'll be just saving this, and I'll be just going and import my chat page here. So our error is gone, and that is great. We have got our users basically. So when I click here, we are redirected to our chat page, and here you go, from which user we are logged in basically. So we are getting both users. So I'll be just going and log in with my Baloch Dev 2 email, and let's see if this email shows in our home page or not, which is Baloch Dev 2 @gmail.com 123 and I'll be clicking on sign in button. So yeah, now I also mm, want to check if the user is baloch.dev with the current user is this, then don't show this user basically. So yeah, great. Now let's just check it. How can we do that? So let's just remove this from here from now for now, this list style. Basically I'll be just creating it, and I'll be just checking if uh, Firebase. So yeah, I'll be just creating the instance of Firebase basically here, so we can check the user if the current user email is same with the uh, that user email address. So yeah, let's just create the instance of Firebase auth, which will be final Firebase auth. Firebase auth is equal to Firebase instance, and yeah, that's it. Great. Now let's just go and add some checks here, which is Firebase auth dot current user dot email is not equal to data email. Then return that list style view. So now yeah, great. Now in the else part, we will just return a empty container. Great. Now I'll be just restarting it, and again we will see. Now see, I've just got the test to him email address. Now I am just logged in with my dev2 email address. Now I'm not seeing that current user. So basically that's it. It's great. So Yeah, we have done with the real-time messaging. So the real-time messaging is a fundamental feature in any chat application. And with Firestore, we are on the right track to achieve this. Our chat application is now more interactive and user-friendly. If you found this episode informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. In the next episode, we will dive even deeper into Firestore, exploring how to send and receive messages in real time. Stay tuned. For additional guidance and discussions, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and don't forget to join our WhatsApp group and WhatsApp channel. Links are provided in the video description. See you in the next episode where we will explore real-time messaging in Firestore and take our chat app to the next level. Until then, happy coding with Flutter.